Hello, what's up and what's happening? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today, let's officially wrap up season number 2. Notre Dame wants to hire your boy. We have done some good things at Kent State so far. We are nowhere done. We are nowhere reached completion. But the fact that good old Notre Dame wants your boy in Boston College, I ain't mad at that. I am not mad at that, but we will be sticking at Kent State. I did leave contracts on just to add to my urgency, not to mess around. And maybe you guys felt like redshirting the homie Ronnie Kilpatrick last year, who was a 5-star quarterback, actually the best quarterback in the class. Might have been a bad idea. But remember, this is 2005, 2006. College football, high school recruiting was a little bit different back then, all right? So Michigan, they end up beating Miami. They are your national champions. Here goes the rest of the bowl game results. We did lose to Air Force, but we played a lot better versus Air Force than we did versus Texas A&M in our first bowl game in our first year controlling this team. And yes, I know Texas A&M is a great team. Air Force maybe not so much, but hey, playing good in a bowl game can really set you up for the next season, as long as you don't lose too many guys. And that's the question that we want to have answered. Did we lose Ronnie? Did we lose the 5-star quarterback? Did he transfer because he was mad at the school for not starting him right off the bat? As we keep the budget the same. We won't keep the budget the same. The answer to that question is no. He is not an entitled athlete. He did not have a whole bunch of hype around him and freaking videos up on him on YouTube back in the day, because the college landscape and high school recruiting has changed. High school football players are celebrities. And of course, in small towns, especially like all throughout Texas, you would have celebrities. But on a national scale, they really weren't known. Then you have like a Bartell, right? Nate Bartell, I don't know his name, because he really didn't do too much in college football. Might have been a great high school football player, but he couldn't start at Ohio State. Had to play receiver at Miami, and now it's done. It's done. It's over. And it's like, what was all the hype? It was because he was popular. He kind of had that Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, bad boy quarterback, if you will. But it's like, at the end of the day, you got to produce. And we see this now more and more and more with these guys are like top recruited guys. And you think, oh my gosh, what can stop them from going to the pros? And they can stop themselves or going to the wrong school. Clearly, Ohio State had too many horses in the stable, when it came to the quarterback room. I believe Joe Burrow was on that team too when Bartell got there and he transferred out to LSU. But I'm just saying, man, I don't know. But anyways, man, our homie Kilpatrick, he is sticking around. He is like, Coach, I understand why you redshirted me. We ain't got too much talent on the outside, and we didn't. Yes, Bishop, he won the Receiver of the Year award, the Bolitnikoff, but we did not have great receivers, and we still don't after you see what we did recruiting. The checks, those are guys that we got. The little, you can't cross here, that means those guys went some other place. Michigan, they had the #1 recruiting class, 4 5-stars. That's big time. Oklahoma with 3 5-stars. Ohio State had a top 10 class with no 5-stars, but 11 4-star guys, and Texas A&M rounds out the top 10. All right, so we're gonna be messing with people's positions. I did recruit a bunch of running backs, but that's because in this game you always get just a surplus of running backs, and I usually think that they're the best athletes in this game. They have good size, good speed. Are they faster than your average cornerback? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But these guys, I can move them to be an option quarterback, move them to defensive end, outside linebacker, safety, receiver. So I recruited them because they wanted to come to my school, they wanted to come to Kent State. And I was like, you know what? Let's see if these guys can't turn into anybody else. Now, anybody that I feel like can't start for us right away, they're going to get the red shirt business. They're not going to contribute. They're going to get the red shirt business. But I did try to see if I could put them at a different position and have it work out. As of right now, I don't think that that's the case. All right? So Kirkpatrick, he is going to be our starter. Haston, he was my impact player. He disappointed me too much last year that everybody and their mama gonna have to get hurt for him to touch the field. Greer is gonna be our 3rd string quarterback. If the homie Kirkpatrick, if he struggles, I will probably move Greer to the starter. But Penn right now is gonna be our 2nd string guy. He's the second highest overall, and he has the second fastest speed. And I'm not afraid to put a cornerback back at quarterback. You know, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. So let me know how you guys feel about these high school quarterbacks and players that are just like celebrities and stuff like that. Like, I remember when Clowney came out of high school and he wanted to introduce, or he wanted to pick what school he was going to go to on Valentine's Day, because that was, you know, I believe it's his birthday or something like that. I don't know. He wanted to do it on his birthday. Maybe it's Valentine's Day, maybe it's not. I can't remember, but I just remember he didn't want to do it on a national signing day. You know, more power to you. You want to do it your own way. It's just like, dang, like, how entitled are you? And how good has Clowney, like, really been? Like, was he the next great pass rusher off the edge? No, we know Khalil Mack in the same draft class is way better than Clowney. Yes, and I do mean way better. Way better. And imagine if Houston would have took him instead of Clowney first overall. I'm just saying. I remember when Marshawn got drafted, and many of y'all know I went to high school with him. And when he was, that's like drafted, recruited. When he was getting recruited, a lot of schools wanted him. He ended up going to Cal because he wanted to stay home. And J.J. Arrington, who would end up getting drafted by the Arizona Cardinals, was the starter, and he remained the starter. And Marshawn was the backup his whole freshman year. But you knew he was better. Aaron Rodgers, who was the quarterback when Marshawn was a freshman, he even said it. This is the best running back I ever seen. But he had to wait his turn. And I feel like that's kind of lost in today's world. And it's because, you know, hype is really there. Then the fans start calling for this guy to start, and then these guys are just going to transfer if they're unhappy, and that's usually what happens. And of course, I'm not saying that is not warranted. You look at a Justin Fields, you know what I'm saying? Should he have started over Jake Fromm? Yeah, probably. You know, like probably so. You know what I mean? And especially when Fromm started over Eason, right? I believe Eason was like the golden child for Georgia. I believe he got banged up, and here comes Fromm, and the crowd was kind of calling for Fromm because it's a shiny new toy. And it's like, was he really a better quarterback? Yes, they went to the national championship, but that team, that Georgia team, when they went and lost to Alabama, that team was freaking stacked. Like, for real. But anyways, I don't know. I just want to get your thoughts on it. I just think that the landscape now has changed because of social media and because of YouTube. These guys get a platform when they're young, and you could see who these guys are. They're on ESPNU a lot, talking about high school football players. And there's a lot of hype around them. And with hype comes fanfare and comes egos and all that other stuff. So we're going to redshirt a bunch of guys, almost all my halfbacks that are coming in. We're also going to redshirt Walker, who's a senior, but I kind of want somebody that I know to be my starting free safety next year. I don't just want to have a new guy come in. So that's why I did that. All right. So again, I try to find a lot of halfbacks, new positions. Not really working out right now, but I'm going to redshirt them, see what happens, see if they can develop a little bit quicker. Who knows? But hey, this is our schedule. First game is going to be versus Iowa State in week 2, technically. We are also going to start our in-season recruiting process. Really want to get some good receivers because Kirkpatrick, he's a freshman, and I want to make sure that we can get him some weapons. I think he's going to be fine, but I want to make sure we get some weapons. So we're going to have the 4 receivers, 4 and 3-star recruits mixed in there. Overall, Michigan, Ohio State are number 1 and number 2 teams in the nation so far. We are not in the top 25. Boy, we're not even in the top 50. Could we be in the top 60? No. Top 70? No. 80? No. Not 90? No. We are ranked number 92. We have a C overall. We have a C overall offense and a C overall defense. C plus special teams as of right now. When it comes to our opponents, do any of them end up on the Heisman watch list? Well, yes, one of them does, and it's the guy from Iowa State. His name is Gene Anderson. He's up there with John David Bodie, but Gene Anderson, he is a good quarterback, decent quarterback, beyond decent, and I hope that we can shut him down. We're looking to be 3rd in the East. We're going to change all that. We need to get to that conference championship game, and I think Ronnie Kirkpatrick, he can take us there. He can take us there. I believe my man can. I hope you guys believe him as well. Believe in him as well. Northern Illinois, they are the top team on the west side of things. Again, we'll meet. Well, I'm hoping to see a good team in the MAC championship game. It should be a fun season. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. Peace, love, hot sauce.